Hey, this is Sharon Lasher, and you're listening to Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio.
Hello and welcome to Rock On Radio. I am your host, Danny Coleman. Producer Claire is with me.
I am.
Here in this is a different environment. Rock On Radio on the road.
That's right.
Now, before we even get started with the sponsors, do you want to point out my faux pas or should I?
Well, of all days, today is Ash Wednesday. And Danny made the decision to give a beer for Lent. And tonight, is that the faux pas?
Yeah, that's the faux pas.
And tonight we are sitting in a wonderful beer hall.
We are.
And you got
in
to
a
sacrifice.
wonderful brewery.
That's right.
And we'll let them stew on that. Or ferment or distill or, well, what the heck's the term? What's the terminology for beer? Brew.
Brewery.
Yeah. Well, there's a fermentation process involved with that because there's activated yeast and...
Well, good. So they'll start the beer now and you can drink it after Lent's over.
Fantastic. Right. Well, and we will be discussing beer at length.
Yes.
Very shortly. Rock On Radio is brought to you by Lillipais of Princeton. Now, the other day I played golf with two gentlemen. Now, I know you're going to find this hard to believe, Claire.
That you know two gentlemen?
Well, yeah, true. But they were even older than me.
No.
Yes?
Did they have walkers?
No. They tried to take mine, but I wouldn't give it to them. No, but one lives in Princeton by the shopping center where Lillipais is located. And I said to him, do you ever go to Lillipais? And he goes, oh my gosh, all the time. I love that place. Mm-hmm. So, see that? 301 North Harrison Street inside the Princeton Shopping Center. Lillipais makes incredibly delicious baked goods and breakfasts and all sorts of fun stuff.
Bread.
Sourdough bread, little hand grenades of happiness that we consume until we explode. Lillipais of Princeton. O'Connor's American Bar and Grill of East Hampton, Mount Holly, New Jersey, the official caterers of Rock On Radio. Phoenix Art Supply and Framing, located on Route 611, otherwise known as Southeastern Road in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Jenny Schaefer has been in business for more than 40 years, providing you with quality framing and art supplies.
That's right.
Now, not that I wouldn't know a non-quality art supply, because I'm not one of them artistes.
I would, though.
You would, though, of course. So, Phoenix Art Supply and Framing of Doylestown, PA. New Jersey Stage. If you go to newjerseystage.com, you can find out anything and everything about arts and entertainment throughout the Garden State and beyond. And what I mean by beyond is they go a little bit into Philly, New York,
Just beyond.
just beyond. Delaware, a little bit. Which our friend Gretchen Emery had a very big announcement to make. She called me the other day again. I love how she calls me and gives me all these inside scoops before she announces them. And she said that her and Kenny and the band made a decision to quote unquote go for it. So they got an invite, and they took them up on it. They will be playing at the Whiskey A Go Go in Los Angeles on the Sunset Strip.
Las Vegas.
Huh?
You said Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Oh,
Yeah.
Los Angeles and Sunset?
Whiskey A Go Go on the Strip.
Is it? Is it still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, they will be playing there on April 5th, which is kind of cool. She's like, I get to say I played the whiskey, but she's very excited about it. And you know how much I love Gretchen.
Are you going?
So, no, maybe. Who knows? I wind up going to places I don't expect.
That's true.
Like with the Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation.
That's right.
Go to jsjbf.org. You can see everything that they are into, and I can tell you what they are into. They are into going to Clarksdale, Mississippi.
That's right. Visit Clarksdale.com.
Yes, and we don't even have to stow away. They're actually taking us with them. We were invited.
That's right. They're excited about us going.
Which scares me in itself. But, yeah, we will be there from Sunday, March 12th, or Wednesday, March 12th through Sunday, March 16th.
Right.
And I was telling Claire, actually, up until about an hour ago, I was this close to having Morgan Freeman sit down with us.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that a sign? What is that there? Is that shufflebowl going crazy back there? Oh, that couldn't have been better timing.
Yeah, I know.
It was like the thunderclap that didn't.
Telling you, I was like, well, Morgan Freeman did play God, didn't he, in the movie?
Bruce Almighty.
But yes, that's right.
Right.
So, anyway, but because Morgan Freeman owns the Ground Zero Blues Club in Clarksdale, Mississippi, but he has a partner. But we will be sitting down with the partner.
Nice. It's
You
the
and-
best catfish in the South, I hear.
What, Ground Zero? Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. I'm pretty sure the catfish doesn't feel that way, but that's okay too.
One of the best.
So that's right. So we will look for those reports, live, Facebook Lives, Instagrams. Hopefully you'll keep me out of jail at some point.
Do I have to?
Juke joints. Juke joints. We'll have a blast.
Yes. It'll be fun.
I've already predicted that, although I'm not drinking beer.
Oh, well.
yeah.
You may remember.
I have to hit the whiskey.
You can do the whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Just beer. The whiskey.
I said, how convenient.
Yeah. Correct.
That sounds like a loophole to me.
Yeah, well,
It's all or nothing.
always loopholes. Okay, nothing. So, Asbury Park Vibes. Go to asburyparkvibes.com. If you are a band, a solo artist, a realtor, anybody needs a headshot, a bio for your website, pictures, press releases, Diane and Doug have a staff of 15 different photographers who spread out all around the Asbury Park, New Jersey area and cover all the events and music events and things of that nature. AsburyParkVibes.com. Not to mention, they just had the Surf Daisies on their podcast from down there.
Cool.
So, yep, them guys are just on. Check that out on AsburyParkVibes.com. The official Chandler of Rock On Radio is Dee Dee.
Yes.
Dee Dee messaged me yesterday with the invoice. We have brand new Rock On Radio candles waiting for me to pay for them.
Nice.
I was in Red Bank today to pick up our T-shirts.
Good.
Our man Chris Covert. I love that guy,
Yeah,
man.
he's great. He put something out, like his Chris Covert comedy. Did you see his logo? It's like, some guy with a bill.
Chris is going to be, he's got a big show coming up at the Vogel where he is the headliner.
Oh, when is that?
I want to say April 5th, maybe. It's coming up quick. But he'll be at the Vogel with, he's got an opener. He said, I got an opener and a friend of mine. So, look, Chris does a fantastic job on our T-shirts. All the new merch will be taken to Clarksdale, our keychains, and we have shot glasses and coasters. Coasters. The coaster has our name on one side and our other sponsor on the other side. That's right. We have coasters, new T-shirts. We have all kinds of stuff to give away. So thanks to Chris Covert and Dee Dee's Lights for the candles.
Yes.
Correct. Sinister Footwear. Go to sinisterfw.com and pick out a pair of crazy socks. Why not pick out 3? You can get 3 pair for $24, and if you use the promo code DCR Socks, you get 10% off your order at checkout. Sinister Footwear at sinisterfw.com.
Right.
Right? Who am I forgetting? I just drew a blank.
Deco.
Oh, that's right. See, usually we do the show from the 2-track studio of Deco Entertainment.
Right.
But due to the fact that there is a deluge outside and the hinterlands are a bit of a drive, we decided to come to our guest
That's right.
this evening. See that? We had a radio show that delivers. Not to mention, I forgot that I gave up beer. Otherwise, I would have been like, "You're out of luck, kid."
As soon as you said it was switched, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Sacrifice right off the
I
bat.
have to change the name to such and whiskey bar. No, but yeah. Normally, the 2-track studios, Deco Entertainment. One of the artists will be playing her music tonight. Was a great show on Sunday. I want to thank Bruce and Charlie for allowing us. Not only did they allow us to go to the show, excuse me, but they even let us go in the green room. We were back there like stuffing food in our pockets. They go, "Oh, free food! Yeah, look at this."
Chicken pot pie. That was good.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That was good.
Yeah, at the New Hope Winery. Allie Coleman, who is the youngest daughter of Garth Brooks. So she was kind of cool to hang out
She was
with.
great. Yeah, she really was.
Especially afterward.
Yeah.
You two were like kibitzing away, and like I got up there and
I got her vinyl. So excited. It had just come out, literally out of the box. So she was very excited.
that's right, I
about
hadn't
the
even hit the
vinyl.
stores yet. We got it out of the box, so a lot of fun. And Southpaw, of course, opened up for them. They're always a lot of fun too.
Sister from another mister. Mm-hmm. Or so
Correct.
She says, tells me that. I'm like, she's just too nice. She's too nice.
Do you have proof of that?
That she's too nice. Well, she says that I'm her sister from another mister, and I think that's kind of cool. She thinks that of me.
Oh, okay. So we'll leave it at that then.
Sure.
Fine. Then I'm her brother from another mother.
She did not call you that. You can't claim that.
Thoughts?
You can claim whatever you want.
There you go. See? Excellent.
Fine.
You have thoughts on that, Nick?
I agree.
Yeah? Okay, good. See? Everybody agrees.
You didn't ask the other female around.
I'm with her.
Yeah, see?
Imagine that.
Where you have people taking sides.
That's right.
All right. Do I have anybody else? That's it.
I don't know my list.
Well,
So,
me either.
close enough.
That's pretty much it,
I think you did good.
except one exception. Aha! We have one more person left on the sponsor list, and they are kind enough to allow us to invade
There's space.
their domicile here. We are coming to you, recording this live at the Tindall Road Brewery, and sitting here with me are
Marcy Warboys, hello.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Siri.
Nick Fucello, bartender.
Woohoo!
there. You go. So we have the owner. What are you, Josh?
I'm like a
You're the support
customer, bartender, event host.
Okay, so we have the owner, the
resident.
He's my
the resident,
Marcy's Josh, as she says.
and the bartender. We got
right.
everybody covered here at
That's all you
Tindall Road Brewery, our newest sponsor and partnership. And like I like to do with all of our new sponsors, is bring them in and torture them for 2 hours.
Yes,
And
you do it very well.
and
Very good
I'm a
job.
pretty good torturer.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's the way it is with most women. You know, I say hello and they take
run.
off. Security! But Marcy you don't have security here.
Nick.
Now
He's
Nick's
the
the
bouncer.
security?
And Josh.
And Josh.
Yeah, when I'm here. Yeah.
Great.
Whatever Marcy needs.
So now Marcy and I remember when Tindall Road Brewery. Actually, let me put that on hold because it's something I forgot. How can they find out about us, Claire?
Oh, well, that's important.
Yeah.
They have to go to dcror.com, which is the short link for Danny Coleman's rockonradio.com. And they need to go to Facebook, especially right now, because when we're away, we're doing Facebook Live. So they can't miss all of our wonderful trip Facebook Live. So they have to go follow us. And where's that?
That's at facebook.com/Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio 2, the number 2. Or Instagram at Rock On Radio, all one word, all capital letters. So
right.
be able to follow us there. What is Tindall Road's
Tindall Road
Instagram.
Brewery.
Tindall Road Brewery. There you go. Perfect. So, Claire,
Yes, sir.
before I jump back to Marcy,
Yes.
we've been here before.
Yes, we have.
We have been here before.
Did right?
It was quite an eventful evening, yes. Our good buddy Rick Winnow was playing here
That's right.
back in the day. He actually is going to be doing the prime rib night on Tuesday at the Nottingham
very
Tavern
nice.
as well.
Very
But
nice.
we were here when back then it was, what was it, Common Sense
Mm-hmm.
Brewery, and you took it over, Mars, when?
July 2019.
July of 2019. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right when the world fell apart.
And you were shut down in what, March of 2020?
Yep. Right
Maybe.
about now.
Yeah, that's right.
And when were you allowed to reopen?
3 months later, we were allowed to open very limited, like 7 people at a time, and then 12 people at a time, and then 17 people at a time. It was crazy.
Well, if
And
they
you're still here.
if they try to pull that stuff again, we're just gonna ignore them, and I'll be here with you.
Done.
I will go to jail with you, Mars.
Done.
What's the song?
Or for you.
Take it.
That's right.
As long as it's
Correct.
not you're good.
Like Twisted Sister. Right? Twisted Sister, and what's the other one? Signs, signs, everywhere are signs.
Oh God.
So, before we get into the nuts and bolts of brewing and so on and so forth, what made you and your husband open the brewery? Were you sitting around saying, "I'm tired of buying beer. Let's make our own"? I mean, what? I mean, I've made beer in my kitchen before.
Can't be that hard, right?
You know.
That's what you would say.
Well, my husband started making beer over 20 years ago when there really wasn't a lot of craft beer out there. He fell in love with Sam Adams and really liked the different types of beers, and there really wasn't much out there. So he decided to make his own. And we moved to California, and we figured it out there, came back here, made it in our kitchen, made it in our garage. And then we were making it so much, and people were coming over, and we were giving out so much, and we just decided, let's try to open a brewery.
Now, there's a big difference between your kitchen and making it in 5-gallon spackle buckets with wort chillers and all that stuff. Not that I would know anything about that, because yeah, I made my own beer on a few occasions, but and the vast amount of equipment you have here.
Yes.
So I know in today's day and age it's a lot easier to Google something or go online and say, okay, I want to buy such and such. But X number of years ago, people didn't. Where do you what do you do to buy a system like that? I mean, to make beer.
Well, there's a lot of different companies that sell it. You just have to do your research and find out what the better companies are.
Well, how did you get them things in here? They fit through them doors?
Luckily, we had
Luckily.
to switch. We switched the hardware so that it opens this way, and we were able to get both doors open at the same time and get them in here.
Wow, nice. Now, my nephew used to be partners, and they opened up down the street. They opened up the Vault, the pizza
The
joint.
pizza place, yeah.
And to get that oven in there, they had to take part
Knock
of the
out a
roof
wall.
off. And, yeah. It's like,
That's what
what?
Triumph Brewery just had to do in Princeton. They moved into the old post office and had to take out a wall to get that, because they have such big equipment.
Right.
Get that in there, yeah.
There was a chili contest I used to be in Woodbridge at the J.J. Bidding Brewing Company. And they had those same kind of vats. They were like floor to ceiling, and
Yeah,
the ceilings were like this. I'm like, how did I get that stuff in here? You know?
Crazy.
So did you like to brew beer, or was it just your husband?
I like to drink beer. I'm not really the brewer. I like to taste it.
The taster.
I like to say what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah.
And I like to flavor the seltzers.
Okay.
Ooh, you do seltzers too.
Well, they have
Nice.
seltzers here, too. That's right. Here at Tindall Road Brewery. So, on a side note, I guess maybe we should tell everybody how this came about, you and I, so to speak. When you first took over from Common Sense, I knew they used to have entertainment, and I wanted to make sure I continued to promote musicians, being a musician myself. So I reached out to you, and you actually gave me access at that point to your Google Calendar, where you had all your musicians and
right?
stuff listed. Yeah. By the way, I've been buying stuff for you.
Really?
Putting in orders for
Putting
the
his
last
little calendar
5
in.
years. No, but so, and you gave me the access to the Google Calendar, so I was able to keep up on your entertainment.
You probably still have it then.
And most probably I'll look for you when this is all done. But you gave me the access to that, and I was able to look at the entertainment. And then that way, you and I, not that we kept in touch, but we stayed familiar with one another. And then I ran into you at the Knot a couple of months back, and we had a band that came on our show, and they had their own beer that they actually have it in 6-packs, cans, Twin Lights Brewery up in Tinton Falls. So I was like, I said to Claire, I was like, I've been telling you we need our own beer. So when I saw you at the Knot, it just all kind of like came together. So you and I have been, over the last couple of months,
Plotting.
kind of, plotting, correct. We had the beer that it pretty much is a mirror image of me, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Stout, which, according to Patrick O'Connor, is doing very well down at O'Connor's American Bar.
Good to hear.
And where else was it?
Nottingham.
We took it to the Nottingham Tavern, but there was an issue with the taps. But now, for this coming month, we had, it was Slim's Irish Red. Is that what it is up there?
Sin Business, Irish Red.
Oh, Sin. Okay, there you go. See,
Slims wouldn't work.
no, I'm not Slim. Thank you for that reminder. As you,
You're the one who said the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
as you ply me with your daughter's baked goods.
Hey, that's all on you.
So, and what you and I have done is every month, until you tell me you don't want to do it anymore, I will choose a beer or anything new that you have to endorse on this radio program and wherever else. Surprisingly, you're okay with that, because, like we said earlier, most people run from me when they see me in some way, shape, or form.
You're
But
not
you
that
decided to give
scary.
me a shot, so welcome aboard. I mean, we are thrilled to have you here, and you sponsor my happy hours, which is all really cool, and I get to meet cool people like Nick and Josh here.
Right on.
Great guys.
So I don't
Both
care
teachers, by the way.
both teachers.
Just like me. We're all teachers in this business.
Yeah, there you go.
Beer and teaching. I
Yes.
guess.
Just
Go
goes
for it.
together.
Where were you a teacher, Josh?
So I work down in Walnut Hill College in West Philadelphia. It used to be the restaurant school.
Okay.
I'm the assistant director of education there.
Oh, no kidding.
So I teach and I help others to teach, oversee curriculum. Been doing it for about 15 years now.
So a restaurant school.
Yep.
Excellent.
Does that mean we're putting in a kitchen?
Would love to. Talk to the ABC.
Oh. Yeah, they're always a problem.
I got your connection whenever that happens.
There you go. See that?
Ready to go.
See that? We just brought a kitchen into Tindall Road Brewery.
Yeah.
Marcy and I were 5 minutes into negotiations, and we had our keg in the Knot. We had our keg at O'Connor's. I had
Working
a beer.
on, where was it? Pete's.
Pete's, that's right.
Yep.
So,
I just dropped one off at First and 10 before I got here.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Not that beer, though. It's Boats and Hose.
Wow, boats and hose. Yes,
Always
which
makes me
which would be our next thing. And what about you, Nick? Where do you teach?
I teach in Hamilton Township.
You do?
Oh, very
In
cool.
elementary phys ed.
Oh yeah. So you wander from school 1 to 17, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
What schools do you go to?
I go to Langtree and Layler Elementary.
Oh, just the two?
Yeah, just
Yeah. Nice.
so K to 5. So I have fun during the day, play some fun games, and then come and bartend Wednesday nights here.
And babysit here too.
And babysit here. That's it.
And different types of games.
Basically, yeah.
Different type of babysitting.
I'm pretty sure my friend Mary is the nurse at Layler
Mary
School.
Sutton?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
I've known Mary since we were 14.
Mary Sutton was my school nurse when I was a kid.
Oh, no kidding. How about that? Shh. Don't tell her. That's funny. That is funny. I've known Mary since I was 14. 14 years old.
About 100 years ago.
1814.
1914.
You tell her if you say, or you tell her you were on Rock On Radio.
I will. I'll make sure I tell her.
It'll be on this Sunday. So we got teachers. You weren't a school teacher, right?
Yeah, I'm a special education teacher
Are you really?
in Montgomery.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Thought you were just kidding.
Nope. 27 years.
Oh, wow. Good for you. So, what do you like better, teaching or dealing with
testing
the beer meisters?
Beer. I love teaching, but beer for sure.
No, well, how did you come up with the names of some of these craft beers here? Boats and Hose.
That's from Step Brothers, the movie,
Okay.
which is we love. Obviously, if you look around, we have a lot of movie posters around, and we love movies. Sin Business is actually from. We were taxed unfairly, all the breweries in New Jersey, because we were lumped in with the sin business tax,
Oh, yeah.
which is
right,
like porn and cigarettes and gambling. So the whole association came up with the concept to create a sin business beer. So we all created our own,
Oh, cool.
and that's ours.
Nice.
It's the red. A lot of the breweries did the IPA style, but we decided to do the Irish red.
Now, how appropriate that I am endorsing that beer this month.
Right?
Sin Business.
Well, you're giving it up for Lent. I don't
Well,
know. That's a little bit.
You've given it up for Lent, but look at all the other things that she mentioned.
I know.
Cigarettes, porn. I mean, there's all kinds of things involved in there.
You need to give it up.
Wow. So, yeah, how difficult, I know, first off, I know the problems that my nephew had dealing with just Bordentown City and the Historical Commission, because it is a very old and historic town. What kind of problems, if any, did you have with the state?
With the state or the city?
Or both, actually, because
Well, even today, I had a problem with the city. We were allowed to start doing food trucks as of August of this year, as per the city. As per the ABC, we were allowed to in January. So 6 months later, we're trying to do this process. We were able to get it finally working in September. And then from September to December, we were allowed to do a trial basis of food trucks. It went really well. And now the city is deciding whether they're going to, one, let us continue after our trial basis, and two, decide the process. Now, the problem is they didn't have enough time to talk about it until March, which is now. And when they talked about it, they said that that was their preliminary discussion. They have to wait another month to talk about it again to see whether I'm going to be allowed to do the food trucks again. So
oh gosh,
I might be kicking myself in the butt right now, but
There's-
whatever.
But you know, think about that. There's just so much regulation and red tape that it's just insane. You're trying to bring business into Bordentown City,
trying to survive.
and then the state, forget it. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
Where do you where are the food trucks?
Right in the front here.
Oh,
Yep.
very cool.
It worked out really well. We had so many great food trucks this season.
Nice.
It was awesome.
excellent.
great.
Now, what do you do besides the beer? I mean, I saw like you guys. We had the chili contest over the last couple of weeks. We had the chili. I know you've got a shuffle bowl back there. You've got a big Jenga somewhere hidden.
Darts.
You've got darts, pinball.
Yeah.
I myself like the couch. you ever want to rent it to me, I'll gladly.
It is a very nice couch. It's broken
I'm
in.
telling
It's
you.
nice.
For real.
It's hard to get up from once you sit down.
I mean, it is a very nice atmosphere here at Tindall Road Brewery. You got Nick. How many people do you employ here?
About 13 or 14,
So it's a true small business.
definitely.
A true small business. Now, as a as a small business, do you find it? Well, every business, I guess, in Bordentown is a small business.
Yeah.
Really, there's no big box
No.
stores or big restaurant chains, or unless you go way out on the highway.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of business organization or anything that, like, you guys are all? Is there a downtown Bordentown Merchants Association
Yeah,
or any of
there's
that?
the Downtown Bordentown
Okay.
Association. Yeah, they promote us on the website. We do different events with them, like the Chocolate Walk. We'll do Spring into Bordentown's coming up in May. We do the Cranberry Fest. Lots of different things on the street. We used to do a little bit more, but things have died down a bit, I guess, since COVID. But we try to do a lot of different things apart from that, just to set ourselves apart and get people in here. Like, we have a monthly trivia night, which Josh actually hosts with one of the librarians in town.
Nice.
We're trying to work on a speed dating thing, and
Yeah, you were telling me about
yeah,
that.
we're working on it.
I'm
We're working
very
on it.
stubborn. I want to make that happen so bad.
Yeah, we do game nights, we do card nights, cookie decorating. This week we're doing fly fisherman like fly fish tying.
Fly tying, yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. You did that
That should be
recently
fun.
too, didn't you?
We're like the clubhouse. Like, anybody that has a hobby comes in on a Thursday or a Wednesday, and they hold something. Like our running club, we have a running club every Wednesday that comes in. They're a great crew. There's like 100 of them.
Oh, wow.
They don't all come in at once, but there's 100 of them. We do yoga once a month,
Awesome.
and we're doing some happy hours. Live musicians, obviously. We try to keep it all original, obviously, because
Excellent.
of the unions and stuff. But yeah, we're working on different things.
Okay, what are the hours and days of operation?
Right now, we're doing Wednesday through Friday, or Wednesday through Thursday is 5 to 10. Friday is 3 to 11. Saturday is 1 to 11, and Sunday is 1 to 8. But I'm gonna start opening early for happy hour from 3 to 6 on Tuesday through Friday also. So we're gonna add Tuesdays probably next week.
Excellent.
And maybe we'll get some bingo in with Josh.
Yes, absolutely.
So are you like the local trivia guy there,
Yeah.
Josh? What do you?
Yeah, so there's my partner in crime with trivia. Her name is, well, her character's name is Lola. She's a sight to see that you just have to come. We do once a month. I think the next one's March 19th.
Why do I have a Kink song going through my head?
So she was doing it with a local librarian, and then I kind of stepped in, and now we're doing it together. So we're doing it once a month. We're talking about doing it twice a month, possibly, and upping that because we get a lot of repeats. We get quite a crowd
Yeah,
for it.
it's packed in here.
We tend to do it a little differently from other places that tend to be more on your cell phone and quick, like responses, all technological. We're kind of a little old school trivia. Here's a pen and paper. Here's
Golf
the question.
pencil and paper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
But it's come natural to me because I've been public speaking for my entire career. So doing trivia it's so much fun. And everyone that comes in. I have the running club I've known since the brewery opened, right?
Pretty
They've been
much,
here, since I've been here. So they'll come in. They'll participate because they'll see me hosting, and then Lola has her crowd who comes in to see her. So you kind of, I guess we got her like groupies kind of type of thing.
Well, and you do, because people will go to the first Thursday of every month. I do the happy hour at the Nottingham Tavern, and Dave Curtis does the karaoke there every Thursday at 9:00. Except the first Thursday, it's at 9:30 because my happy hour is over at 9.
That's right.
But people follow Dave all over the place. He does karaoke at the Cool Cricket. He does that there. He does bingo now at the Nottingham Tavern and at Bill's Old Tavern and so on and so forth. And people like I have a buddy that does it over in Pennsylvania. how do you know Righteous? Righteous
Yeah.
Jolly?
Yep, yep.
Righteous and I were in a couple of films together, like television shows and stuff. And he's like constantly busy with trivia.
Well, that's
And-
what we're hoping for Josh. He just started his own company, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Did you?
So I just started my own LLC. It's called Dr. Josh because I have my doctorate in education, and it just has a funny ring to it. So I just started my LLC to try and do more public speaking through the brewery, through Marcy, which she's been wonderful, and it's kind of like a win-win. And like you said, just trying to grow a crowd that they'll kind of hear my name, they'll see me and be like, oh, Dr. Josh is doing trivia, he's doing bingo, and he's doing it at the brewery. And a lot of people know me. I actually started, 2019. I was a customer here. Dan approached me and was like, hey, do you want to bartend? And I bartended all through COVID and up until, probably like a year and a half ago, before I jumped on to helping Marcy with doing more events. So a lot of people know me from just bartending here. So that's kind of like the goal.
So it was an easy transition.
Yeah, easy transition.
So
Oh, it's you.
what's your website and everything for the...
So right now I just got Instagram, and it's just Dr. Josh _ DJEES, which is Dr. Josh Education and Entertainment Services. So it's literally just fresh, brand new, and again, Marcy's giving me the, what do you want to call it, the location,
The space.
the space to kind of get that going and launch that, which is great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So-
Nick has a company too.
I was going to say, so Nick, you can't be outdone, Nick. You got to be on the same plane. Go ahead.
I got a little LLC as well. It's just started it 2 years ago with a buddy of mine, Rob Young from, we were college buddies, but we've known each other forever, and we started All About It Apparel, which is kind of like a beach company, but it's to promote positivity, and we were able to come in here and create one of our seltzers of last year, the All About It Summer Series, featuring, we had the strawberry lemonade, so it was All About It Strawberry Lemonade. It was delicious. I still have one in the fridge. Keeping it. Keeping it for a rainy day, but
And that was the Starburst
Lemonade, yeah.
Starburst Cherry too.
And then the Starburst
The seltzer,
cherry, so Marcy's been awesome with promoting it. We created shirts and hoodie. This is a one of a kind for me. But we created shirts last year, sold them in the brewery, just to kind of bring the beach to Bordentown. That was kind of the design there. But I have a page as well, All About It Apparel. It's on Instagram. You could go on online as well, All About It Apparel at printify.com. So it's, just kind of promote that positivity and the beach and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we sold out fast.
Yeah, sold out all the shirts.
So will you be bringing more back?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right now we have the season change, so we'll be hopefully putting new stuff out, new logos, new designs, and closer to summer hits. So,
Nice.
so stay tuned.
Excellent.
It's cool.
If you're just tuning in, we are live at Tindall Road Brewery, 102 Farnsworth Avenue in Bordentown City, New Jersey, Burlington County. And we have Marcy, the owner. We have Josh,
Hello.
the
My Josh.
Marcy's Josh,
Dr. Josh, Marcy's Josh.
Dr.
Yeah.
Josh, and we have bartender Nick. So we talked a little earlier, Claire, about Ali Coleman.
Yes, we did.
And we did you pull that tune up or no? Oh, okay. What did we say we were going to play?
Because Tindall Road Brewery should be a household name.
Ah, that's right. Look at that. Nice segue. That's right. You're right. It should be a household name. Look at this poor soul out there. He's all getting the umbrella.
Oh, jeez.
It still is torrential, the rain out
Who's
there.
that, Byron?
I don't know who he was. He was looking in. And I'm thinking, why is that umbrella not inside out? I mean, because it is windy out there too.
He's
But-
always walking.
So see, not only have we just made Byron a household name, but we
Right.
want to make
Byron.
Tindall Road Brewery a household name, and because this is really cool. I mean, this is a nice old building, and I want to talk to you about the age of the building actually, and one thing that when my nephew opened a vault, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. That place was we did a paranormal investigation in there. It was off the charts.
This one
And-
does the paranormal tours in town.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
like,
the
why are you
Fridays
looking at me
one?
for a second?
Like, did you not?
On Fridays one?
Friday.
Frightening
I mean, right now we're
Fridays?
off season, but yeah. So I work for
Because
them.
we almost went to it.
It's
Just
so
you-
good.
you have
it
to
was
come,
freezing,
yeah.
so I'm sending a few people your way.
Oh, please,
She's
yeah.
the one that baked.
You know, haunted tours, the regular tours.
Oh, the bigger, yeah.
So throw on top of Dr. Josh being a walking historic tour guide as well.
Oh, fun.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So, but my nephew went to the historical commission, and he asked just off the cuff, "Do you get a lot of people come in here saying anything about paranormal activity?" And he said the woman looked at him and said, "Bordentown, ghosts in Bordentown are like mice in the winter. Every house has one."
I haven't seen one here yet. I'm waiting.
Eh,
Would love
Could
to.
be Byron.
I'll have to tell you about our experience. So we have Ali Coleman,
That's
who
right.
put on a great show
she was great.
at New Hope Winery.
And the thing about this song, if you listen closely, she tried to incorporate, I don't know what she said, maybe 20 to 30 different lyrics from different albums of different people in her life, because her mom is a great songwriter, her father is a great songwriter, her stepmom is a great songwriter. So and her sister also does songwriting. And so she tried. If you know that genre of music, you might recognize a few things. Pick them up. But I thought it was neat that she literally went around to different albums and pulled out phrases for this song.
So here's Household Name.
Heavy is the head that wears a country crown. Pockets full of gold will drag you down. Every blessing is a curse, yeah, this I know. You won't find me riding in the shadows. Heavy is the head that wears a country crown. Like cowboy renegades, go against the grain, breaking our backs for the songs we chase, burning in our blood, poured out on the stage, standing in the fire, got my boots to blame, making my own way from the trails they blaze, carrying the weight of a household name, household name. It's funny how fame has a way of feeling like a ghost town. Like my head and heart are headed for a showdown. He made the thunder roll like a lightning strike. They say it never hits in the same place twice. If there's anything he taught me, I won't let the odds stop me. Like cowboy renegades, go against the grain, breaking our backs for the songs we chase, burning in our blood, poured out on the stage, standing in the fire, got my boots to blame, making my own way from the trails they blaze, carrying the weight of a household name, a household name, household. Heavy is a head that wears a country crown. Heavy is a head that wears a country crown. Heavy is a head that wears a country crown. Heavy is a head that wears a country crown.
There we go. We're back. I love it. Fantastic. Here at the Tindall Road Brewery with Marshy. With Marcy,
And you
Josh,
can have it
and
here.
Nick. And I haven't even had anything to drink. Look at you.
I got a little tiny one. Look how cute that is.
Now,
oh my
he-
gosh.
now here's the irony of this, Josh, Nick. Are you listening, Nick?
I'm here.
All right, good. Because I think you'll appreciate this.
I don't know.
For
I will.
from October of 2017 until the end of May 2023, I did my show out of City of Angels Radio. And City of Angels Radio began when this program was on a station called Hamilton Radio. As part of Hamilton Radio's agreement to use the City of Angels space, they had to help them get a radio station up and running, which they did. City of Angels NJ is a drug and alcohol
Oh, I know. that
rehabilitation
organization,
outfit. Right. They don't provide treatment, but they get you into treatment. And they had really expanded to the point where they were having, people who had come out of rehab, they were giving them classes and job programs and all that. They had really gotten pretty good, pretty big. So our engineer, who sadly is no longer with us, Art, he passed away, was the man that was in charge of the radio station and doing a whole lot of other things at the City of Angels. But when you came to Rock On Radio, there was a fridge well stocked with beer. No irony there, right? Beer, booze, soda, water, anything anybody wanted. So and coffee. Yeah, we had coffee, monkey cold coffee.
That's right.
And to sit here at actual brewery, and the irony is that we were at a rehab joint and we were drinking. Here I am at an actual brewery, and I'm not drinking.
That's right. And think of all the souls you're saving. All that sacrifice. You're missing this delicious beer, which I didn't give up
Do you
on.
catch the faces that she's making while she's
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it? Nice.
funny.
Nice.
It's funny.
So what's the best part of owning a brewery, Marsh?
Free beer.
Free beer.
You didn't even think twice about that.
That came out quick.
So true.
That's right.
Now, I mean, as much as there's got to be a lot of headaches that come with it, like dealing with government red tape and the city and the townships and so on and so forth, the state ABC. What's that like at the end of the day? Is it worth it?
For me, it is. I absolutely love owning a brewery. I love our product. I love making people happy. I love bartending. So any chance I get, I pick up somebody's shift. I'll try to make up a shift just to have a shift because I love talking to people. And it's just nice to see people come in kind of and then get a couple beers in them and then they're like happy. And it's just super nice. Just a super nice environment. This town is amazing. All of the regulars. We have so many regulars. Look at our beer wall right there. We got the
Was
mugs.
that everybody's beer?
That's
they
our
come
mug
in?
club, which
That's
is like
cool.
30 people waiting list long still.
Wow.
But everybody that has that cup comes in and uses them, and it's just a great community. Everyone walks here.
I like that, a mug club.
What's the parameters for the mug club? So they pay a monthly fee and they can just have unlimited
So it's
beer?
a yearly fee.
Okay.
They get 20% more beer in their mug because it's
Right.
20% bigger. They get a free crowler on their birthday.
Oh, nice.
15% off merch. What else? There's two mug club pizza parties a year for renewal party and initiation parties, and then we have a Christmas party every year,
Nice.
and they're invited to that.
So it's renewal everyone renews the same time. for their
No,
year.
there's a winter cohort and a summer
Oh,
cohort.
Okay.
Yeah, we started it in the summer, and then it got so popular we had to double it before the year was even up. So we did one in the winter, but I'm not adding any more. It's going to stay exclusive.
Nice.
So when somebody leaves, somebody can come on. We have a committee to decide from the waiting list who gets added. It's always a crazy process and a debate, but
Now,
we
do
got
they
6
get
new
to
members
take their,
this time.
Do they get to take their mug with them if they do leave?
Yes.
If they're gone, so they
Yes.
get to take their mug.
Yep.
Right.
their mug.
Leave it for somebody else.
So it sounds to me like there may be a little, back and forth in the decision process to get
Yes,
into the Mug Club.
definitely.
So you must need an impartial, honest observer judge.
Oh, would you like to be the judge?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking.
Wait. What kind of judge? What was the
Impartial, honest observer.
Impartial, honest. Well, honest you would be. You'd be brutally honest. That's true. True.
See?
All right. But part.
See, another problem solved. Rock On Radio comes in and continues to solidify its partnership with Tindall Road Brewery.
Look at you.
Marcy's like, when is this guy going to get out of here? We got to go.
I know what you're
get
going to
those
help me
custom
with
mugs.
next.
Uh-oh, what do you got? What do you have, Marcy?
You're going to help me with getting restaurants to do pop-ups in here.
What are pop-
Because I
Okay.
am allowed to have restaurants do pop-up,
Really?
yes, food markets in here. So
Oh, very cool.
anybody that wants to, hit me up. I'd be happy to do it. Marcello's has done it many times. We had
Okay.
the Hoop House do it. I'm trying to talk to Crumb and the hot dog place down the road, but I would love to get different, especially since I can't do the food trucks yet. There's no red tape with that right now.
Right.
So
Now,
anyone
how-
that
how
wants
would-
to try it.
How would that work? They would set up their
Yep,
a
and
table
they sell it.
and-
It's all on them. They sell it. I make no profit. They come in, they sell their food, they advertise, get people to come in, and that's that.
Does it have to
Gives-
be restaurants or could it be up and coming like entrepreneurs?
They have to have a food license.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
health department, like all that. Yeah.
Right,
licensed
so it would
kitchen.
have to be a restaurant.
Yeah, pretty
Excellent.
much.
Look at that. Ooh, people!
I was thinking
Customers.
Nick, you might have to do something.
maybe O'Connor's.
A rush. It's a big rush of people.
There we go. We can make. Yay! Hey, look at that. Look at that. The public has arrived.
The weather has kept everyone out tonight.
Wait, well, don't go away then. Come here real quick. The two of you. Come here. Before you go. All right.
We're on radio.
We're on radio right now, so I want you to say hello to everybody.
Hi.
Where are you guys from?
Everybody
Here.
just walks.
Everybody's
Here.
Serious. It's a walkable town.
Oh,
It's
that
one
is
square
true.
mile.
That is true.
All right, well,
I'm here because he works here.
Oh, nice.
so cute.
See that? Nick has a fan. That's fantastic.
I've been a Nick fan.
Excellent. All right. So you guys come here all the time?
No, it's my second time.
Wow, look at that. And you're on the radio. That's a beautiful thing. Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, a little rainy weather didn't.
Ah, that's right.
Place to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
no.
Oh,
Oh, drink. Be merry.
drink. Yeah, that's right.
We're open, believe it or not. The weather is like making us look like we're not, but
Now, see, that's funny. It was really nice to see when we were doing the chili contest. It was really nice to see everybody in here. I mean, supporting you
yeah,
and supporting the contest.
the town is great. They really are.
Is that your? Well, I know originally that you lived in Hamilton for a while, and you said you lived in California. Where are you now? Are you still local?
Robbinsville.
Oh, you're in Robbinsville.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where Tindall Road is, actually.
Right, Tindall Road. Yeah, I know exactly where that is. How about that? And you came all the way out to Bordentown when this location. How did you find out the location was open?
Well, when I found out there was a brewery coming in town, I was here before they even opened, trying to just learn from them. We were in the process of looking for a place at that time and just going to different breweries and researching how to, what equipment, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And we were here for their grand opening. It was packed in here. It was awesome. We would come pretty much every Thursday just to see them and see how things were going. And actually, I didn't even know, but my brother-in-law saw that there was a brewery in Burlington Township that was for sale. I'm not sure why they didn't tell me because I was in here all the time, but I'm sure they had their reasons. I definitely did my homework and found out that it was this one, and I came right to them. I was like, listen, I'm interested. And I was outbid at one point, but then they took back their offer, and then they accepted mine, and that's how it worked out. We actually bought their LLC, so we didn't have any of that year and a half downtime that most breweries have to deal with.
Right.
That was amazing, like how we were able to just step and
Take over. Yeah.
you know how that was amazing. We were so lucky, and the foot traffic is amazing here.
Oh yeah.
It's just so many great restaurants, so many great shops, so much to do. It's a great place to be.
Yeah, Bordentown City. If you're just tuning in, I'm here with Marcy, Josh, and Nick, and two people I don't know, at the Tindall Road Brewery. Tindall Road, of course, is a sponsor of Rock On Radio, so we like to give back a little bit and do some promotion. Flavored beers. Because craft beers, it's not just, like you make a wort and
not
chill
a
it
bud,
and
right.
put it in a bottle in a dark corner in a house somewhere anymore.
Isn't that kombucha?
Yeah, yeah, maybe. But when you flavor a beer, like let's say you have a honey wheat, off the top of my head, I don't know if you do or not, but let's just say you have a honey wheat.
We have a honey hibiscus cream ale.
Okay, honey hibiscus. So you're dealing with honey, and you're dealing with hibiscus leaves. How do you discover the ratio, and how many batches do you have to go through before you get something that's like, yes, that's the one?
Well, it depends on what it is. It literally took us 2 years to put out our first seltzer. That was the hardest thing that we had to make, because the aftertastes in seltzers are really hard to not have. We were really fortunate to finally hit it right, and now we have this. We basically use that base for our seltzer, for our iced tea, and then the lemonade is a little bit different, but that took us 2 years. Depending on what it is, we trial and error adding what we add to it until it tastes good, but then we put it on carbonation and hope it still tastes good.
Right.
We've never had to dump a batch, which is lucky.
Oh, good.
Never had to dump a batch, which really is very fortunate. Usually they were very good, but were they perfect? In our mind, we're our biggest critics. Like, we'll be like, this isn't our best, but people still seem to like it. But, it takes a while to make it the way we want it to be perfect. So it's kind of hard to answer that question, but we've never lost a batch, so does that make sense?
That's good. No, because you would feel like, I know when you're distilling. I have a buddy who's got some relatives in North Carolina that moonshine. Okay, so moonshine usually comes out of the distill at whatever it is, like 180 proof or what, and then you can water it down to get it down to the proper proof. But with beer, you can't do that. You can't brew
Right.
with too much and then water it down or take out.
And it
So-
matters how long it was in the boil, how much you put in the boil, whether you put it in the boil or after the boil. Like, there's so much science involved.
Right.
It's crazy. My husband is extremely talented, I have to say. He really is. Like, I know I couldn't do that part. There's no way. And then for adding things, we do a lot of research and development. We go to a lot of different places. We ask a lot of questions. People are really, in this field, are very willing to help you out. Like,
Right.
that's different with restaurants, different with a lot of different industries, but in the brewing industry, everybody's willing to help everybody else out. We would even go to different places to train. Like, we went to Neshaminy Creek, we went to Broken Goblet, we went to Spellbound. They all helped us. And then in turn, we helped Bitch and Kitten start. Like,
Okay.
they came over and trained on our stuff, on our machine, our tanks, because it's so different, like you were saying, to go from a 5-gallon system to anything. that big.
How many gallons do they hold?
That one's like 91 gallons. Yeah, and that's a small system.
I was
I mean,
saying,
it's a 3-barrel system. Our system is quite small to the point where that's why we don't distribute so much. We could barely keep up with our own tap room.
Yeah, that's a good weekend for me. 91 gallons.
Not for 40 days.
Oh, true.
Marcy, when you were saying research and development, I'm grinning, laughing, thinking like,
Is that
well,
you?
Because she's like research and development. I'm like, I think she means tasting other breweries' beers.
Yeah.
And
Gotta call something.
right, yeah. That's the
It's
fancy.
that. It's talking
Josh.
to people. Like we just went to Germany over the summer and did a lot of research and development. We've come up with 7 different recipes already just from our trip from Germany.
Nice.
Yeah.
For tax purposes, it's research and
Right,
development.
It's a write-off.
It's a write-off. Correct. Well, one of the other bands that was on that show was Southpaw. And did you pull a
I
tune
did.
from Southpaw? What did you pull up?
Well, they do have one called Whiskey and Wine.
Yes, they do.
With the H. So it's not beer, but it's I think whisking you away and whining the next morning or something. So it's a cute little play on words. So they did play that.
Actually, I think on the record, she had been out, Christine had been out the night before,
Oh yeah.
had a few too many. I was really hungover when she got to the recording studio, and on the record you hear her say something like, "Oh my God, my head hurts" or something. But so that could be it, because she had too much whiskey and she was whining about it the next day. So Southpaw, they're from North Jersey. They're a great. You don't think of Northern New Jersey as a bastion of country music, but
They're amazing. They
they're a
really
great.
are.
They're a
fun
great
band to watch.
and they are
They're
fun.
Really, really nice.
Yep.
And they're coming in soon. They said.
Yep. Here's Southpaw, Whiskey and Wine.
Well, I didn't want to get out of bed. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me. Maybe it's 'cause might have had me 103. The first one goes to my head, the second one goes to my heart. The third one goes to show there ain't no stopping once you start. It's Friday night, not a care inside. Bartender, keep 'em coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like a guitar strumming. It's a good time when we cross the line, but I'm giving you fair warning. If you whiskey me off my feet tonight, you gotta listen to me whine in the morning. Ooh. Could have been 4, or it could have been 20. I can't say for sure, but I'm thinking maybe one too many. See, the last one went to my knees, y'all, and the other one went to my hips. Now I'm out on the floor like a bucket machine with a cowboy on my lips. It's Friday night, not a care in sight. Bartender, keep 'em coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like a guitar strumming. It's a good time when we cross the line, but I'm giving you fair warning. If you whiskey me off my feet tonight, you gotta listen to me whine in the morning. Whiskey and wine. Whiskey and wine. All the ibuprofen in the world ain't gonna help me now. I gotta find my constitution, gotta get it back together somehow. 'Cause there ain't no way in hell I'm staying in tonight. Oh. Hey, it's Friday night, not a care in sight. Bartender, keep 'em coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like a guitar strumming. It's a good time when we cross the line, but I'm giving you fair warning. If you whiskey me off my feet tonight, you gotta listen to me whine. It's Friday night, not a care in sight. Bartender, keep 'em coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like a guitar strumming. It's a good time when we cross the line, but I'm giving you fair warning. If you whiskey me off my feet whiskey me off my feet tonight. If you whiskey me off my feet tonight, you gotta listen to me whine in the morning.
We're back.
We're back.
There you go. Well, it's nice to be out here doing a live show at the Tindall Road Brewery, Farnsworth Avenue in Bordentown, New Jersey. Here with Marcy and Josh. Nick had to go back to work. Now you're paying him for something?
Yeah, right.
So, you mentioned earlier about Tendon Bar and the camaraderie and so on and so forth. It's everybody remembers the television show Cheers. Right?
We
Yeah.
have a norm. Yes.
Do you have a norm?
We actually have two, but
Uh-oh.
yes.
And that's, I mean, you're not a bar, you're a brewery, so you only serve beer and your seltzers. But how, as I witnessed anytime I've ever been here, aside from the chili contests, it is one of those places where people do seem to all know each other.
Yeah.
And like the couple at the bar that just walked in, they walked here. So it is truly a neighborhood
Absolutely. Water
type
and hole.
establishment. And how important is that, do you think, to a business? Where, like, you wouldn't go to a TGI Fridays and get the same feeling like you get here.
Right. I think it's amazing. That was part of our business plan to begin with. We wanted to nestle ourselves into a neighborhood, and just have a place where people could come and just hang out. Like, we were hoping to get into Robbinsville, but it was just way too expensive because that was our neighborhood. But this just was so lucky the way that it worked out. Like, everybody in town knows everybody in town. Everybody is friendly. You walk anywhere up and down the street, you're going to see someone and be like, hey, how's your grandkid? Or, hey, what's your daughter up to? Like, it really is an amazing environment.
Now, I'm going to tell you a real quick funny story. For years, now, have you ever seen them books that they sell, the history of? It's like a brown paperback book. They're only like this thick, right?
Yeah.
There's one that's the history of Bordentown.
I just saw it at Barnes & Noble.
There you go. There, on the front cover is an old picture, and there's one of the women is holding a baby. That baby is my brother-in-law's father.
Really?
Yeah. So he owned down the street here next to where the record collector used to be.
Uh-huh.
That sits back
Randy's Man Cave, that one? Or
No.
the other one? Okay.
down
Down the road.
past Burlington Street, back down that way.
Got it.
And there's a little, it sits back, like there's a driveway and there's a couple businesses back there. And one of them was a print shop. And that was owned by my brother-in-law's family. It was Guire's Printing. So after my ex-wife and I split up, I was crashing in my sister's basement. So I was coming home late one night, and I had a headlight out. I didn't know this, but my headlight went out. And a cop pulls me over.
Welcome to Bordentown.
And now in town.
True story. I got my license on my 17th birthday, got my first stop by the police just before I turned 18. And he let me go because he was wrong, and he knew he was wrong.
Lucky.
That was it. From 2004 until today, I've been pulled over 10 times in Bordentown. Have yet to get one ticket.
Well, that's good. That's very fortunate.
But for whatever reason, they
pull you over.
they like to pull people over.
You're right.
Inspection sticker or whatever it might be,
Whatever
right?
it is.
So I didn't know I had a headlight out, which became a chronic issue. But anyway, so this officer pulls me over, and my pickup truck, the transmission at 180,000, the transmission went. So I had just gotten it back. Well, in the interim, I got a new insurance card. I forgot to put it in the truck. Fortunately, I had the other 10 old insurance cards, right? So, oh no, I don't have my credentials. And he says, well, where are you going? I said, I'm going over to Independence Drive. He goes, where? I gave him the house number. He says, that's the Guire house. Yeah. How do you know the Guires? I said, my sister is married to Mike. Oh. Mike's beating me in my fantasy hockey league. I'm like, oh, no. Now I'm in trouble.
Oh, that's funny.
But the guy looked at me and he said, listen. He said, do me a favor. And he takes out a card and he turns it over and he takes a pen out of it and he writes his personal cell phone number on there. He says, I see you've got a dozen other insurance cards. And when I look this up, you have insurance. Send me a picture to my cell phone.
Oh, that's so nice.
He said, you got 7 days. You don't get 7 days, I'm going to have to give you a ticket.
That's awesome.
So, but, and the chief of police of Bordentown, he was here on the last Tindall. He just retired, but he was here at the last contest. He was sitting over there. Another friend. Everybody knows everybody.
You're right. Everyone does.
Which is why, and then my brother-in-law's one brother was also a Bordentown police officer, so, which is how I got out of 10 tickets. But I was sitting at the hilltop and I had my cell phone in my cup holder, and it lit up. I didn't pick it up, I didn't touch it, but the cops saw it light up, and they were next to me in line. They pulled me over, thought I was on my cell phone.
Come on.
But they let me go, because they couldn't prove it. So yeah, I mean, it's Bordentown is a great place. Don't let that deter anybody. But everybody does know everybody.
Yeah.
All they had to do was throw out one of them 3 names, and it was like, oh, okay, get out. So it really is who you know, not what you know. But when it comes to brewing, you got it going on, Marcy. You and Big Dan the beer man. You ought to get T-shirts like that. Big Dan the beer man. See, I'm an idea man. These things come to me.
I need them. Keep them coming.
But I am very glad that you and I formed this quasi-partnership.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot together.
Because-
I know we are.
I hope so, because just the fact that from the chili contests, I had so many questions about this program,
Awesome.
which is good. And from you putting the beer in there, I mean, when you told me you put my name on the board, and people were naturally curious.
Yeah.
So the beer sold. So it was kind of like a win-win, And I think that's great. So any big, what do we have coming up for St. Patrick's season, which is only in a week or two?
Yeah, we got, we have the red, obviously, and we're going to tap our dry Irish stout coming up, I think this Monday. So we'll have it ready by this week coming up.
Okay.
We also have I don't know what the name of it's going to be yet. I want to say Cherry Choof because that's what we modeled it after. We went to the Duvel. We had the Duvel in Europe when we went. And we have this cherry, amazing Belgian. That's coming up, and I cannot wait. But I don't know exactly when that's going to tap. And we're going to be doing a porn star punch soon. A Red District porn star punch from Amsterdam when we were out there. Yeah.
Speechless.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm interested in that marketing campaign, how that's going to work. That's porn star punch. So who names these beers?
We do. We just come up with them.
Yeah, well, things like Boats and Hoes, and, Sin Business.
A lot of them were just from like movies and movie quotes because Dan's big into movies. That's
Big
one
time.
of the.
Yeah, most of them. Like
where we
Pills Are Good,
connected was
Pills
just
Are
like
Good is
movies.
from Dumb and Dumber. We also have Citra Pale Ass Down. That's a good one. That was just Dan came up with that one. I don't know.
Now, are you a big movie buff?
Me?
You like movies?
I love movies, but I don't remember anything, so don't ask me to quote anything. No. He does,
Yeah,
not
Dan
me.
and I can get lost in
Yes,
movie quotes.
totally.
Movie quotes.
I have the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
memory in
We
the
can-
world. No.
Movie quote. That's why I knew Bruce Almighty earlier in the beginning. Of the
In the
podcast.
beginning,
I was
right?
Like, oh, I know that movie.
Yeah.
My family would be
He
proud.
does too. Nick is good with that shit.
Now, speaking of which, movie quotes and things. What do you think is the most quoted movie of all time? I don't know. I'm just asking your opinion on that.
Vacation.
So I actually think I've
Christmas Vacation.
no. So I think it's actually The Godfather.
Oh.
I actually remember the funny things I've.
That would be a good trivia
don't
question.
Judge me. I know.
Yeah.
I remember reading something about that and it being The Godfather.
Interesting.
Don't judge me. I've never seen
Well,
any of the
probably in
Godfather
other
movies.
movies, it's probably quoted. It's probably brought in a lot of other movies. You know what I mean? The Godfather.
Yeah,
Quotes.
and I think it's just so iconic. I know people quote it and don't even know what it's from.
Right.
So that's my guess. That is my strong education. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, see, now I kind of got to go with Marcy because Christmas Vacation or Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Well,
There
actually,
are.
Princess Bride too has a lot
Yes,
of quotable
yes.
things. I mean, but not in other
As you
movies
wish.
per se. Yes. Inconceivable.
So when I teach, and I've been teaching for 15 years, I love using movie quotes and movie references when I'm teaching different things. But I use the same movie references, and I realize that I'm getting older, and so
And
are the
they're
movie
style,
references,
yeah.
and they're staying the same. I feel
Yeah.
like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
So every year I throw out the same movie quote, and less students
Yeah.
get it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I gotta switch this up. I
Right.
gotta switch up my movies. Good thing is Step Brothers is still pretty popular.
Ish.
Adam Sandler
Right.
movies are still pretty well known, but I have to get more with the popular culture of movies into my classes.
I struggle with that with this radio show too, because are we all familiar with the band? Yes.
Ish. I mean,
Okay, there you go. That's a prime example, right?
I say no. I mean, I know the name. I don't know.
The band, yes. Okay, progressive rock band, started in the late 60s, were heavy hitters all through the 70s and 80s and even into the 90s. They had songs like Owner of a Lonely Heart,
Owner of a lonely heart. I just don't know who sings this.
Roundabout,
Yes.
Yes, I know. He knows it. He's like,
right?
yes.
Nick, you know the rock band, yes, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes, I do.
correct.
No.
So, a while back, I was lucky enough to interview the lead singer of Yes, John Anderson, the original lead singer. So my brother-in-law says to my nephew, "Hey, Uncle Bud is interviewing John Anderson." And my nephew looked at him and said, "Who's John Anderson?" He says, "From the band Yes." And my nephew's like, "I got nothing." And at the time, he was 31 years old. So he's 32 now. But, so as we age, the students are where we were, X number of years ago.
My
And
students have no idea who the Flintstones are.
eh,
That's crazy.
No idea.
I saw a very interesting thing. And this is the kind of stuff that goes on at Tindall Road Brewery here.
Right.
This is the kind of conversations people have sitting around the bar, and that's a good thing. Because where else can you go and talk about the Jetsons and the Flintstones? Well, I'm getting to that because I saw a comedian was talking about the Jetsons. And he said he saw something on Wikipedia or something where if the year was like 2035, so which would have meant
Oh my
that,
God.
and
It's
Jane
only 10
was,
years from now.
Jane Jetson was 40 years old.
Okay.
And Judy, the daughter, was a teenager, and she was 13. And which means she would have been 17 when the kid was born, and George was like 47. So I may not have these numbers right, but so he was 7 years older than Judy, which meant he would have been 24 or Jane when she was 17, and he was a pedophile. So that's the kind of thing that
You should name a beer after George Jetson.
future.
If you remember, that reminds me of Back to the Future. Back to the
Yes.
Future 2. And how futuristic it was.
Yeah.
2015.
15, I know, right? Where's our hoverboards? I want to know.
Yeah, and the AC jacket, right?
Yep, correct. Boy. Well, Marcia, you mentioned one of your favorite artists is the Williams Boy.
Yes.
Do you have a song of his that you like, or?
I like his covers, honestly, but I like his originals as well. I just don't know the name of them.
Well, do you
Out
have?
on the road, you said?
No,
Well, I have out on the road.
Yeah.
Tommy, Trish.
it's
Dead
called
Beyond.
Roads.
Miss you, Matt.
Yeah, the Williams Boy will
Is it
actually
on
be.
Then and Now or is the new one?
It's on the very first album, Roads.
Oh,
It's
not
on.
Spotify.
He will be at the. He will be doing a prime rib night at the Nottingham Tavern
When?
for me on March 25th.
I'll be there.
There you go. All right. Well, you know what? You got Tommy and Trish.
Tiernan on Friday. Oh,
This-
but this doesn't air till Sunday.
This coming Friday, he'll be
Yes.
there. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, first Friday of the month. He's there all the time. I've done a couple gigs with him there. Yep. You have Tommy and Trish?
I do.
This is a song he wrote about his brother, and his brother, they were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, but I believe they're married now. It's called, it's off the album Then and Now. It's called Tommy and Trish.
Here we are, after all these years. You're the only one who knows me. You love me for who I am. I've spent a lifetime of loving you, my dear. Life beating me down, I hit rock bottom, you know. That's when I found you again, honey. You were food for the soul. You helped me find my way, helped me fight the rising tide. You showed me how to be the man I forgot was just hiding inside. I've spent a lifetime of loving you, my dear. And I just wanna tell you, baby, come here, darling, let me hold you close. Let me be the one you long to come home to. Come here, darling, let me hold you close until the night can't fight the morning no longer. Oh, child, it's been a wild ride. So here we are, after all these years. And the tears we shed, baby, we count them as scars. Trying to find a way, trying to do this right. You gotta take what you can get when you can get it in this thing called life. And I've spent a lifetime of loving you, my dear. I just wanna tell you, baby, come here, darling, let me hold you close. Let me be the one you long to come home to. Come here, darling, let me hold you close until the night can't fight the morning no longer. Whoa, child, it's been a wild ride. Of loving you, my dear. And I just wanna tell you, baby, come here, darling, let me hold you close. Let me be the one you long to come home to. Come here, darling, let me hold you close till the night can't fight the morning no longer. Until the night can't fight the morning no longer. Until the night can't fight the morning no longer. Oh, child, it's been a wild ride.
There we go, the Williams Boy, Tommy and Trish, off his album Then and Now. The photo for that was taken at the Tiernanog. Yeah.
The one that he took, yeah.
Oh, for that album.
He's still, actually
Yep.
on Spotify. It's still his. Hold on. That's
We got it?
Tiernanog.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's his background for Spotify is the Tiernanog.
Now, Marcy, you're a fan of Billy's.
Yes.
Or Matt's, the Williams Boy, whatever, you know. The world knows him as Matt. A few of us know him as Billy. But he's played here before. I know he's played here. I mean, and you do support the local music community
Yes.
as much as you can.
Right.
You know, there's always the detractors of that, and no fault of yours or anything, but we all know what major record labels and ASCAP and BMI can do to small businesses, and so it's not always easy for bars these days. It's almost like they want everybody just to stream and then leave everybody else alone. You know, so they can get 75% of the money and give the artist 5%. The other 20% are business expenses.
Meanwhile, there's 5 of them now.
There's 5.
Yes. Because I just had 2 more call me and be like, you are whatever copywriting because you didn't pay us yet.
Oh,
Like there's 5 of them now that I know of.
that's crazy.
It's nuts. It really is.
It
It's
is.
nuts. But Billy he's a great egg, a good guy, and you like him. Now, how did you happen upon the Williams Boy?
I saw him for the first time at the German American Club in Hamilton. He was amazing. He used to play every Friday night, and we would go see him. And then I asked him to play at the brewery, and he's played at the brewery multiple times before COVID hit. And then after COVID, it was a little harder to book him because he was actually quite, popular. And he deserves the money that he gets, but it was a little too steep for us at that time. Bars and restaurants can pay they get 10 times as much for tabs than we do. So it doesn't make sense for us to pay the same. So I didn't want to rip him off. He didn't, want to compromise that, and I got that. So, but I'd love to have him back sometime.
Nice. Well, that's the drawback
deserves it.
to
He's
only
amazing.
having beer. There's no,
Right.
no
Exactly.
food or
No food,
because now, although restaurants, from what I understand, is they don't make a lot of money off of their food. The majority of their money is made off the alcohol.
Yeah, but the food is more than beer. I'll tell you that.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep. But so, what do you have? Well, going forward, you had a whole list there. Are there any plans to bring music back here anymore? Or?
We do have music here. It has to be all original because of the music unions.
Right.
But, like, for example, I had Tom Duffy played here last Sunday. I have an 80s dance party coming up on the 15th, I think it is.
Is that with the emulators?
Yes, they host it. We also have, we have Buckshot Duo coming in, or Buckshot Trio on the 13th of March. I love them. They're awesome. Have you seen them? It's a country band. They're amazing. They play all original, of course. And we just had Gavin Skinner. He's a local artist come in Thursday. He was amazing.
So to be a bastion for original music is huge because there's a lot of venues that claim to be massive supporters of original artists, and they're really not.
No.
If you're a massive supporter, number one, you'd pay them. Number two, you would make sure that you made it easy for them to get in and get out, and so on and so forth, and that you allow them to sell their merch, because that's how they make their money. Well, there are a lot of venues they won't let you do that, and they won't let you leave a tip jar. They won't let, but they claim to be big supporters of original music, and it happens. So it's good to see that you're doing that here at Tindall Road Brewery, which, as I said, if anybody's just tuning in, we are here at Tindall Road Brewery with Marcy and Josh. We got Nick the bartender. We got the unknown couple at the bar. Producer Claire is here. It's kind of nice to sit here though and watch all the traffic go up and down the street too. How's this guy get that parking spot? Claire, how come you didn't go out there and like?
For
put up
such a small city, Farnsworth gets pretty busy.
It's a big- yeah.
I live on Farnsworth, walking distance,
Do you?
and it's nonstop.
Well, it cuts right through. This and Crosswick Streets are the only two really that
Right. Yeah. It's
take
only
you out to the
two-way,
main
yeah.
arteries. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, parking is tough, but look at that. You squeeze that big old truck right in that
You
spot.
live in the city, you learn how to parallel park.
I would.
And I think parallel parker, you just have to be patient. Go to the side streets, you'll find. I think too many people try and stay towards Farnsworth,
Yeah.
but
I had to laugh because as a kid, I grew up in Hamilton Township, but where I lived was very close to the city line. I lived off of Chambers and Liberty Streets, and we were all mostly row homes. So there's all these row homes,
Yep.
and you had to parallel park.
Yep.
Nobody had driveways.
Had to learn.
No, right? And I had a 3-speed Chevy
Hi,
van.
how are
Oh,
you?
another person. Hello, person. How are you? Wait, come here. I got to pick up. You.
That's Nick's buddy.
It's
I
Nick's buddy.
recognize him.
You're here because you're Nick's buddy.
You're all about it.
And what's your name?
All about it. I'm like,
You're all about it. Whoa! There you go. So Nick will take care of that then. But I used to, being a drummer, I had a 3-speed Chevy van. It's a 1973 Chevy custom conversion van that I had bought from a guy that lived right over here in Bordentown in Bossard Estates. And I bought this van, had 3-speed, 3 on the tree, 3-speed on the column, and I used to have to parallel park it using mirrors. I was like 17. Yeah, you get used to it, because that's an art that's lost today. Although Claire, your daughter just learned how to parallel park.
My daughter
All
does
had
now.
to. Yep.
Yeah.
She passed. Actually, Raymond, who's from Bordentown, but he's goes driving school. He's from here, and he taught them all well. All 4 of my daughters. So they all drive now.
There you go. See, now you being thought train just got derailed too. I had a question I wanted to ask
Or,
Marcy.
Parallel parking.
Nope, had nothing to do with parallel parking actually. Believe it or not.
I learned on a stick shift, and I could
Did you?
parallel park. Yep.
There you go. That's it. That's
Me too. My dad made us all. He always had
We had to. We lived in the city, always. Yeah.
my daughter thought I was crazy. She had her permit for like a day, and I picked her up, and it was snowing, and the ground had snow all over it. I threw her the keys. I'm like, get in. She goes, I'm not driving. I said, how is she going to learn to drive in the snow? Dad, I just got my permit. Get in the truck. I let her drive me
Sink or
all the way
swim.
in the snow.
uphill both ways.
I think everyone should learn how to drive in a major city.
Yes.
Like I'm originally from New York.
Are you?
Yeah, with the suburbs of New York, but I think everyone should learn. Like I lived in Philadelphia for 9 years. Parallel parking is not a problem because once you live in the
Right.
city,
Parking I can do, but driving in the city, like Philly or New York, is
Philly I
horrible.
can do downtown a
Gotta
little
be
better
aggressive.
by the museums. I'll do that, but the other stuff, no.
So, Marcy, what's the best way for people to find Tindall Road Brewery? If they want to reach out to you after they hear this, if they want to stop in, I mean, we're at 102 Farnsworth Avenue in Bordentown. If they want to message you, do you sell your beers through commerce or is it
No.
strictly, okay, so you don't ship them
Not
anywhere?
since COVID.
Okay.
Nope, you gotta come in, but
You rum run? I mean,
nope, nope.
She's not gonna get
Gotta
admit
stop
that on here.
in.
that's me, sorry.
But we
I
have-
rum run.
We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have a brand new website, TindallRoadBrewery.com, and anytime you message anywhere, it's always me. You always get me.
Okay, so you're the
I'm the one.
marketer and the social media
I'm the everything.
maven?
I am the cat herder and offensive coordinator. Nice. That's my official title.
Nice. Cat herder and offensive coordinator. So your husband is the brewmaster,
Yes.
right? Your husband's a brewmaster. You tend bar and do all the marketing and
Everything else.
most of the business end or all of the
Actually,
business end.
Dan does the recipes. He doesn't brew anymore. The brewer does.
Okay. Oh, so you have a
So
different.
now we have
Oh,
a brewer.
okay.
Yes, his best friend, he trained him.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Now
so
is
now
that
he can just do his full-time job, and I can do the brewery.
so? The brewmaster,
That's Dan, because the brewmaster makes the recipes.
recipes, right? So who's the actual brewer? Is he from a different brewery, a local guy?
No, his Dan's best friend from childhood, like
Okay.
for high school, Gary. Gary Michael Granger, no stranger to danger, actually, is his name.
Oh, that's great.
Mouthful.
Yeah, Gare!
All those breweries you mentioned, like Broken Goblet, and
Love.
so on and so
Love.
forth.
Yep.
I used to go there when they were on right there around the corner from the
Bristol.
Dog
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bull, and now they moved out to Ben Salem. I've been there multiple times too. But you do frequent a lot of other establishments. You
I
support
try.
a lot of
Yeah.
other places.
I'd like to get out more though. There's so many that I haven't been to. I get so sad because like when people come in, bartenders from this brewery or brewers from that brewery, and they're like, "Oh, have you been? Have you been?" I'm like, "No. Like I need to make more time to do it. Like I wish I had more time to do it, and I'm gonna make more time to do it."
Now, I'm glad to hear that it's friendly competition,
Absolutely.
so to speak. But you do have a lot of competition. I mean, you have Spellbound in Mount Holly, which isn't that far from here. You have just in Hamilton, just opened up Bent Iron, just opened up a brand new brewery.
They're doing great.
You have Old Heights in Heightstown.
Yep. Great guys.
You have, oh gosh, where else? is there?
Subculture is right there. River Horse is over there.
Screaming Hill.
Screamin' Hill, and then Fox House Brewery just did their soft opening last weekend. They're doing their grand opening this weekend, so you should definitely come out and check them out. They're right on Farnsworth, a couple blocks down.
Oh, there's another.
Yeah.
On the same street?
Yep.
Yikes.
It's good. It's all good. It's all good, honey.
Place you go to drink. Work.
Exactly. We all jump around at breweries. Like
Beer drinkers are just
the more
such a
the
different
the more
breed of
breweries in an
people.
area, the better, because everybody jumps around and we love it.
Brewery
So-
hopping.
Yeah.
Right, and I totally understand that because what your beers taste like are going to be different than
Right.
theirs and
we're
theirs and
very
theirs.
confident in our product.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I guess then the true competition, if there is competition, so to speak, I don't know any other way to phrase it, would be on what goes on here. Now, every bar, and no offense, Josh, but every bar has trivia today. Now every bar has bingo. Now every,
Not us yet.
you know,
but anyway.
We will. We will.
marketing department. But so you have a lot of similarities.
Sure.
You have the trivia, you have
Yeah.
the bingo, you have music bingo, you have so on and so forth.
Even in this town, we try to like stagger. So, for example, like if I have a trivia night, another place may not have it that same night. Like kind of.
So you guys talk amongst
We
each
do
other.
try to respect each
Oh,
other
that's
that way.
fantastic.
It doesn't always work out, but we do try to respect each other that way,
Like chili contests.
right? But that was an accident. But
I think with that,
yeah, it worked out
I
well.
think with that too is just kind of going back to what we were saying just before. It's just like the individual attraction that each person brings.
Right.
From I was a customer first, and it was Marcy and Dan that kind of drew me in with just how personal they were and loving, and they care about their customers, and I think that's kind of the same thing. Yeah, a lot of places have trivia, but we do it a different night. We support each other. We do it a little differently, and what I bring to the table is a lot differently. And Lola, my partner in crime, what we bring to the table is a lot different from other trivia guys. So
Yeah.
I love interacting with guests as they come through the door in between rounds. I being a teacher, well, Marcy too, we're very big into information, so we always talk to the guests and what do they want, what worked, what didn't, what would you like to see more of. I think that's what kind of like makes us a little bit different on a different level.
Now I did a cigar dinner last year up in Easton, Pennsylvania. And that's what I used to go to Broken Goblet for, because the Dog and Bull in Croydon used to have a cigar den. And then they turned around and they enclosed all that area off the back.
Patio.
Instead of just covering it with a huge canvas tent, they actually made it part of the restaurant now, which was always part of it, but it wasn't,
Right.
Now it's actually all indoor dining, so they couldn't have the cigar dinner there anymore. And they moved it to Broken Goblet, which was really cool because we were outside on the patio smoking cigars where signs all over the place say, no smoking on this patio. So, kind of goes out the window a little bit. But, and again, I totally forget where I was going with this. And I'm not drinking.
Maybe you should. Maybe that's the problem.
But when you go to a place like this, it's very, I think you hit the nail on the head. You got to ask the people what they want. What they want, what they need. Actually, if the last couple of happy hours you've sponsored, I throw your stuff in with the quote unquote grand prize. So there's giveaways at my happy hours, of which your stuff is one. But I guess there's always new and better ways to market, especially when you have a product like this. And as we just said, we just rattled off half a dozen other microbrews in the area. So do you have, you are the marketing department, but do you ever just sit down and say, all right, what can I do now?
Like today.
Scratch your head. Okay. What happened today?
Today I created a whole I woke up that way because I'm like, what am I going to do to get more people in here? So I made this list.
Okay, you got
When
a
I
to-do
woke up.
list.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I see my name's on it.
There you are.
Woohoo!
Made the list.
We could do that.
I'm going to try to do an open mic night. I'm going to try to talk to Russ Air about bringing hot dogs in. I'm going to try to talk to Crumb about bringing stuff in. I'm going to research March Madness and figure out what I can do to get people in to watch that. I want to do a dart tournament. I want to do more happy hours. I want to brainstorm events, which I just did. I got to decorate. Like, it's constant. It is. It's constant because, it's not a lucrative business. I'm not going to lie. It's not a lucrative business. It's a business of passion, for sure.
Okay.
But in order to stay, in order to stay relevant and stay on people's minds, we have to constantly keep trying to do different things and figure out social media and all that kind of stuff and do our ads and all that.
One of the beers that I support or supported, and I have for years, is because he's a friend of mine, is a gentleman named Nick Clemens. Now, am I going? Bruce Springsteen, E Street Band, we know him?
I know who Bruce Springsteen
We know him,
is.
right? We go with that? I don't want to go with that whole Yes Avenue again. Well, anyway, Bruce had a saxophone player named Clarence Clemens.
Okay.
His son, Nick, is a musician as well, and he's a friend of mine. I got a really funny story for off the air about Nick and I playing golf together, but that's a whole other thing that involved crackers and other things. So anyway, so Nick started a beer, Big Man's Brew, with a picture of his father playing the saxophone on the thing. And there's only 2 or 3 varieties of Big Man's Brew. Mm-hmm. But whatever he did, he got it picked up by the same people that bottled and sold Brooklyn, right?
Brooklyn Brewery?
Yeah. So, and then he sold stock and everything else for this. So I own some shares
Nice.
of stock in Big Man's Brew. But he marketed the daylights out of it. Now, granted, it's Red Bank, Middletown, Asbury Park, all the places where his father made a name for himself. So that's a lot easier.
It's like garage beer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because like Clarence Clemens, besides being in the E Street Band, he had a band himself called the Red Bank Rockers. So that's because that's where he was living, and he had Big Man's West, which was in Red Bank, and so on and so forth. So he had an angle, so to speak. But when you're in a position like you are, you got to come up with new and innovative ideas, as you said, to get people
time.
through the door. Now, you and I, have already gotten it in a couple local establishments. So, and you're only you and you work as a teacher. So, I mean, is there a plan going forward, or is it just like doing shows like this or interviews like this to try to help get the word out?
Well,
What do you need from the people who are listening to help Tindall Road Brewery be more successful? Let's put it that way.
I don't know what the listeners could do, but if the laws could change just a little bit to be more like Pennsylvania and New York, we could open another place. It would be amazing. Like a place this small, if I want to open another place, I have to buy a whole new set of equipment just to serve any beer in the other place, because everything has to be made on premise. Everything we sell has to be made on premise. But if we can have the same laws that PA and New York have, I can have multiple places. One I'd be happy with, but multiple places where I can make the beer in one place and sell it in both places, and that would be amazing, because the overhead would be so much lower, and we would actually be able to make enough money for one of us to not work full time. That would be amazing. Another thing would be like if we could do the same thing New York and PA does, promote New Jersey wineries and New Jersey distilleries and New Jersey cideries, where we can sell their product in our tap rooms like they do over there.
Yeah, New Jersey doesn't make
We're
it
not
easy
allowed to do
yeah.
any of that.
Yep.
And that helps everyone in the state. It helps everyone. And then the food thing. Like, just, even if I can't make stuff here, please make it a little easier for me to let people come in.
Like the whole food truck debacle.
Right? Like the food truck thing, I'm not allowed to have anything permanent in here, so if somebody wants to come and bring in a tray with a sterno where they can just put it into something that's permanently here, that's not allowed. Like, it's just every little thing is like, stop. So that is what, if you have any pull in any kind of governmental argument or whatever, that's what I would love.
It's almost like you have to lobby your state
We
legislature.
have lobbyists. We finally have we have a lobbyist. We had our Brewers Association, which combined with the Brewers Guild. The Brewers Guild is like all the big guys. And the Brewers Association, we're all so small, we had no lobbyists. Well, we finally combined with the Brewers Guild. We do have a lobbyist, but it's only one. And they can only do so much.
Maybe I need to do that.
Maybe.
I'll be a lobbyist.
Lobbyist, I love that.
See that? I'll be a
Danny
lobbyist.
Coleman, lobbyist.
I'm trying not to laugh to support the corniness of that joke.
Oh my God.
It's a dad joke.
Oh,
Exactly, yeah.
that is so funny. Lobbyist.
Well, Claire, we got a few minutes left. Do we have any music that we want to play?
I
One more?
actually looked up best beer songs ever. So I have
Beer Never
Beer
Broke My Heart.
from Clancy Brothers. I have the beer song from Seamus Kennedy. I have Beer Never Broke My Heart from Luke Combs. And I like beer.
Beer, there you go. Marcy picked Beer Never Broke My Heart.
Beer Never Broke My Heart.
That's right.
Tindall Road Brewery.
Very good.
Right?
All right. Who's this by?
Luke Combs.
Oh, Luke Combs.
I just saw
I've had a large amount pass bus, smile and a couple beautiful girls tell me goodbye. Trucks break down, dogs run off, politicians lie, been fired by the boss. It takes one hand to count the things I can count on. No, there ain't much man that ain't ever let seems to torn this boy apart. Like a neon dream, it just dawned on me. The bars in this guitar and long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart. She was a Carolina blue jean baby, fire in her eyes that drove me crazy. It was red tail lights when she left town. If I didn't know then, I sure know now. But long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart. Like a diamond rings and football teams have torn this boy apart. Like a neon dream, it just dawned on me. The bars in this guitar and long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart. It takes one hand to count the things I can count on, but I got one hand that's gripping down on a cold one. 'Cause long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart. Like diamond rings and football teams have torn this boy apart. Like a neon dream, it just dawned on me. The bars in this guitar and long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart. No, it never broke my heart.
I love when we do these on location shows. It's always a lot of fun.
Yes. Come back.
All right.
Yes.
When?
Whenever you want.
All right, we'll be here tomorrow.
I'm easy.
We'll
Yes,
be here
ma'am.
tomorrow. You can't be here tomorrow. Be at happy hour.
Oh yeah, I'll be at the Nottingham Tavern tomorrow.
But you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
See?
I reached out to Tracy. Hopefully her and mom will come.
It's your new friend Marcy now. See, here at Tindall Road Brewery.
Claire and Jane, my two
All right.
girls.
Well, Josh, you got, you have, you're going to be doing the trivia here, so
Yep.
go ahead. Let me hear it all over again. Websites and...
Sure. So, so my website is Dr. Josh _ DJEES _ LLC. So in partnership with Tindall Road Brewery, we have trivia coming up on Wednesday, March 19th at 7 o'clock, and we got 3 rounds of trivia hosted by myself and Lola. Let's see, what are the rounds? It's U.S. travel songs, U.S. Landmarks, and then my round is It's Not Easy Being Green. So everything focused, yeah, Kermit the Frog right there.
Kermit the Frog here.
So we have that coming up, and we do that every third Wednesday of every month. Although look for, again, on my website and also the Tindall Road Brewery for more upcoming events. We want to get some bingo going. I really want to push for a speed dating event. There's not really one happening in the area, and I have a lot of experience with that. So the event will be a lot of fun. So just watch us on social media for a lot of upcoming events. And if you come to one of the events and you see me and you have ideas or suggestions, I am very transparent. So I welcome.
He's easy.
It's an open book.
I'm easy.
He's DJ E.
I'm DJ Ease. That was your idea. That was your idea on top. So yeah, I have to thank Marcy for the idea. But yes, so come out, trivia, come say hello to me and Lola, and have some fun.
Excellent. Excellent. What do you have coming up at the brewery, Mars?
We also have the Buckshot Trio. They're an amazing country band. March 13th, that's a Thursday. And then we have our 80s party on March 15th. That's a Saturday, 7 to 10. Always a great time.
Fantastic. So going forward, what are the hopes and dreams of Tindall Road Brewery?
I would love to pack this place and then pack the next one.
Excellent.
All right.
So you want some expansion.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing. Would you say, now that you've been doing this for 5 years, almost 6 years, plus whatever you got out of COVID, what's been the most rewarding part? Other than meeting all the people and the bartending that you said you like. Was there anything else that
Can I get sappy?
you can do whatever you want? This is your 2 hours, my friend.
Showing my two children that if you put your mind to something, you can like do whatever the heck you want. Like I was like, Dan, do you want to do this? He's like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'm like, no, really, do you want to do this? Oh yeah. I'm like, we're gonna do this. You just say you're gonna do it, and you do it. And I wanted to show my kids that, and I did, and they're so proud of this place. Both my children work here as bartenders.
I was gonna say they both take shifts behind the bar,
They
right?
love it. It's their pride and joy.
That's awesome.
Excellent. And I gotta admire you because you took a chance. You took a risk. I mean, it's the startup on something like this is not cheap.
No.
And you took
And my
that.
house is tied to it.
Well, there you go. So you took a chance, and one of the things that I like about you very much, and something I've learned quickly over the last few months since we've been working together far more closely, is that you don't overthink things. Now,
that a
some
bad
people
thing?
may
Hold on.
no.
think
Some
about what you
people,
said.
some people may agree or disagree with me on that. But the Marcy that I know doesn't overthink things, like you just said. Do you want to do this? You know, that'll be no. Do you want to do it? We're doing it. Let's go. Let's give it a shot. Because with risk becomes reward. And if there are no failures, you just gained experience.
True.
You now you know what not to do versus what to do. What the heck was that saying? Where you couldn't remember if it wasn't for making mistakes, you wouldn't know what. I can't remember what that was, but
If it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. But that's the only thing I'm thinking of.
that too. Wow.
That's what you said.
Once again, Marcy, websites and everything.
TindallRoadBrewery.com, and then Facebook, just search up Tindall Road Brewery, and Instagram is @Tindall Road Brewery. It's pretty simple. And my email is tindallroadbrewery@gmail.com.
Beautiful. And Josh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nick,
Nick,
you rock, Nick.
You rock.
What's that website again?
all about it.
All about it apparel.
There you go. Allaboutitapparel.com. Next week, we have, we're not sure because we'll be in Clarksdale, but we may have a show done. We got to talk to Charlie. That might involve another deco artist or 2 or 3. So thank you guys so much for letting us and for the hospitality. So until next week, rock on!